The clay pits on Edward's line would be closed until mid-spring, so Bill and Ben were sent to help Marklin at Knapford Station. In springtime, lots of people come to visit the railway on holiday. Holidaymakers often partake in an all-day excursion sightseeing on the railway. The Fat Controller and his engines like to call this special excursion the Brake Van Special. Bill and Ben wanted a chance to pull it again more than anything, so they worked hard and didn't play any tricks. So Topham Hatt was very pleased. "I've heard good reports about your hard work around the station this season," he told them kindly. "Keep it up, and I'm sure there's a chance you'll both pull the Brake Van Special." The twins beamed. "Yes, sir! We will, sir!" they peeped in unison. The twins were so excited that they practiced pulling brake vans in the yard. "I hope the rest of our work goes well," Bill said. "Don't worry, Bill. We've done wonders in this place," replied Ben. Even Marklin whistled with agreement. But one morning, there was trouble. Bill's driver didn't show up for work, and a relief driver needed to be found. Bill wasn't happy about that. "In the meantime, Ben will have to do your work until the relief man arrives," said his driver. "I'm sorry, Bill, but your driver has been quarantined with his wife. Apparently she caught a virus, and they need to stay in isolation so it can run its course." Ben laughed. "Coughs and sneezles spreads diseasels," he joked. Now Bill was cross. "But I was looking forward to practicing with the brake vans today. How else can I show the Fat Controller that I'm the perfect engine for the job?" Ben laughed and puffed out to arrange some trains. As the day progressed, Ben thought about what Bill's driver had said. He was worried. What if Bill has the virus and gets sick? What if he coughs and sneezes? Ben didn't know that engines couldn't get sick from a virus. They can carry it, of course, but they couldn't get sick like humans. Sometimes, Ben can be a little more naive than Bill. Ben continued to shunt trucks and coaches with Marklin. He started to shunt closer to the sheds, where Bill was still waiting for the relief driver, just to make sure his twin wasn't coughing or sneezing. "Coughs and sneezles spread diseasels," he thought to himself. When it was tea time, Ben was allowed to practice pulling brake vans to as far as the next signal box. While he was away, Boko arrived with the train that was meant for Richard to pick up. "Afternoon, Marklin," Bill, Boko greeted. Marklin whistled a friendly "hello" and took away Boko's trucks. Boko noticed that Bill was sulking. "Everything all right with you, Bill?" he asked. "No!" Bill replied grumpily. "My driver is quarantined, and my twin is out practicing pulling brake vans without me, all because I can't work again until a relief driver comes." Boko smiled. "Just be patient, my friend," he said calmly. "It's just one day. I don't think you'll be stuck here forever. In any case, spring is almost here. From what I hear, you two have done a splendid job helping Marklin around in the yards. Keep it up, and I think you two will get to pull the Brake Van Special." Bill smiled. That made him feel a little better. At that moment, Ben returned from his run, and to his concerns, Boko started to cough. Black smoke started to form out of his exhaust. Ben was worried. Boko was next to Bill, and he's coughing. No sneezles yet, though. Bill was worried, too. "Are you okay, Boko?" "I'm okay," replied the diesel. "It's just my engine has been acting up recently. But no matter, work must still go on. And he pulled away. Now Bill was worried for Boko, and Ben was even more paranoid. If Bill has the virus, he thought, Boko might have caught it. That explains why he's coughing. Which means I may have caught it too. That means me and Bill will be quarantined, and we won't get to pull the Break Van special. Ben continued to worry. I certainly hope he doesn't sneeze. Later on, the yard manager came to see Boko. Gordon is stuck at Vickerstown due to faulty points, the yardmaster explained, and Richard accidentally bumped into some milk tankers at Edward Station. You're the only engine available. Can you do it? Yes, sir, replied Boko. I'll do my very best. A porter had been walking with a trolley meant for the luggage van across the line. Unfortunately, he was a very clumsy porter. To avoid any mistakes, he decided to pull the trolley backwards so he could keep an eye on things. This should all just stay on fine. But it didn't. Among the luggage was a big sack of sugar. The porter didn't notice the bag was going to slide off. Until it fell in front of Boko and got sucked into his air intake. At that moment, Ben was shunting the express coaches nearby. Then, to his horror, Boko started to sneeze. Ben was horrified. Coughs and sneezles! Cried out Ben. The diseasel! Ben was in such a panic that he wasn't paying attention to what he was doing. He accidentally caused a bogie to come off the rails. Luckily, no one was hurt, but the express was delayed. Ben knew he had caused this to happen. Oh no! There goes our chance to pull the Break Van special! Buses and local trains were offered as alternatives to the usual express. Boko collected the trains to help Ben and Markland clean up the mess. Sir Topham Hatt was disappointed with Ben. This won't do! This won't do at all! I thought you have been gentle with coaches, seeing how you and your twin were behaving so well. What on earth were you thinking? I'm sorry, sir, replied Ben shamefully. I just didn't want to catch the diseasel. Sir Topham Hatt raised an eyebrow. I beg your pardon? Ben began to explain about Bill's driver and how he was afraid that Bill had the virus. I thought if we both have the virus, we would be quarantined, and we wouldn't be able to do any work or pull the Break Van special. To Ben's surprise, Sir Topham Hatt laughed. Oh no, that could never happen, he said. Imagine engines contracting a virus. He collected himself and turned to Ben. However, I do appreciate your concerns regarding everyone's health, but you must know that engines cannot catch a virus to get sick. You can carry them, but only humans can catch them. And please know if my engines were affected in any way, I'd make sure they were fully examined. If the results came out positive, they would be quarantined for about 40 days and would receive a daily scrubbing. This would apply to my engines and rolling stock too. If it's negative, I'll still have all my engines have a good rub-down just to be safe. Humans should do the same. It's never too late to wash our hands for about 20 seconds. If we do get a virus, the best thing to do is to stay home until they have a cure to get rid of it. If they need to get out, it's best they wear a face mask. After all, coughs and sneezles spread diseasels. Ben still feels really silly for thinking engines could get sick from a virus, but he was glad Sir Topham Hatt had been so understanding. And thanks to Ben, Sir Topham Hatt ordered that all engines and rolling stock get an examination before the visitors arrive. Bill finally received a relief driver, and both twins worked hard through the season, and sure enough, Sir Topham Hatt selected a delighted pair of tank engine twins to pull the Break Van special. They were very grateful indeed, and gave the visitors a splendid outing. These are the times we'll never forget, said Bill. I hope this event never ends, said Ben. But I'm sorry to say, the event would end very soon. But that's another story.